What's up? BigHerc916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know, we do it over here. Another vlog from the pool. Hot day in Arizona. So I'm out here cooling off. But, you know, I'm always doing videos about young men and women showing out, doing what they shouldn't be doing. And a lot of times it looks like the black culture maybe is all bad and that I'm critiquing it, but I'm not critiquing it to hate on the culture. I'm just trying to rile up some type of accountability. And so this video happened to pop up on my algorithm. I'm like, damn, I need to see more videos like this. Now, this is what happens when you have good parenting. Check it out. So these kids went and did, I think it was a speech debate at Harvard, and are coming back now, being celebrated as they return from their trip. And when I see stuff like this, man, it really gives me hope, and it shows that there are parents out there putting in the work. And I know a lot of times they don't get enough credit. Just like the two-parent households, just like the fathers that are in the households, you don't see enough of that. What we see is a lot of the ratchet shit, the Carnival Cruise shit, the young men bragging about how many bodies they got and sagging, and, you know, just the ignorant ass shit they like to promote to make it look like, you know, blacks ain't got no sense. And yeah, there are people doing stuff like that, and there are other people doing similar things like that, but the stereotype has been, I would say, amplified, but at the same time, we need to call it out when we see it. Just like we need to call out when they're doing good. When we see young men and women doing the right thing, striving for excellence, elevation, and pushing for success, we have to give those people props. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'd like to see. And, you know, it's no different than when I go to an event that's predominantly not a black event, predominantly a European event, and I may be one of maybe 4 or 5 blacks there, and I see another brother or another sister, I try to make eye contact, acknowledgement, and it's just something, hey man, it's just recognizing. Not to say that I don't recognize other people there, but we both know, we all know that when you go places, and as far as for me, being a black man, I recognize that some people are wondering, what am I doing there? And so when I see another brother or sister somewhere, and I'm like, wow, they actually are interested in the same things I'm interested in, and they're here representing, it's a good feeling, man. It's just like the first time I seen a black man driving a Ferrari 328. I was 18, working at the airport as a sky cap, and this brother pulled up. He dropped off his woman at the airport. She got out the 328, and he came out and, you know, helped her with her luggage. And then I'm like, man, looking at the car, and he's like, yeah, I got, you know, 2.5, 3 hours. I got to make it to San Francisco, catch my flight. And he pulled off in that 328 Ferrari, and I'm like, man, he's getting it. And as I stood there sweating in the hot Sacramento sun, helping people with their luggage, I thought to myself, man, I gotta make some moves in life if I want to be like that, man. If I want to be driving a Ferrari and catching flights and making moves. And that's how I always thought, man. I always wanted to be different. I didn't want to be an average dude. You know, I wanted to drive things that were exotic. I wanted to travel to exquisite places and enjoy great food and be around people that were about their business. I don't care if, you know, I am a minority in a lot of these places. I'm still going to go. It's not going to keep me from doing what I want to do. But when I see young people making it happen and pushing themselves, it's a good feeling, man. And you guys out there, just a little motivation. Whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish, man. You can accomplish. I just try to call out the obvious because I hate to see you guys make the same mistakes I made. I was a great student, did good in school, studying didn't bother me, but I got caught up in the streets. I got caught up in that whole lifestyle and wanting to be a part of something and was lost and then didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life and did a lot of things that filled those voids that maybe weren't the best things. So I try to holler at you young parents or you guys who are maybe not parents but just young people looking for direction so that you can find some answers, because you know you can scroll on the internet and listen to somebody and they might inspire you to do something you never thought of. You know, back in the day you had to try to find a person like that in person. I used to read a lot of books and try to find them through the books, but they don't talk back to you. You know, there's no voice, you're just reading words. So looking at videos is a lot more context, and you know, better yet today you can actually message people, you can reach out to people and they might respond. So there's a lot more hope, a lot more opportunities. And you know, look around your circle, man. Look around and pay attention to the people you call so-called friends and what they got going on in their life, and if what they're doing is what you want to be doing in the next 5 to 10 years. And if these people's goals and dreams aren't the same as yours, man, you might want to go another direction. Nothing personal. It's just that life is a reflection of your surroundings. And you can't get to certain places in life when you're socializing or hanging out with certain people or participating in a certain type of lifestyle. It's just a reality, man. Nothing personal. People are going to do certain things. Some people love certain lifestyles. Not to be judgmental, but it is what it is, man. You know, and that's life. People are going to judge you, and you know they're going to say certain things. And hey, man, I've been judged. People look at me, oh man, you know, big bald black guy, you know, and then get into background. Oh man, you've been to the pen, you done this. You got a lot of judgment, man, that I have to overcome and explain so that people will want to invite me in or accept me or do business with me. But it's something that I have to deal with. It's a reality. I can't say that these people are, you know, prejudiced or racist, which some of them might be, but man, that's not going to stop me. That word is weak. That word is nothing that stops me from trying to get to where I want to go, or, you know, it doesn't paralyze me from trying to accomplish certain goals. I just look at it as a word that they throw out there to make certain people feel handicapped and dependent. And I don't need a handout. I'm not asking for a benefit I didn't earn. If I'm coming correct. I'm presenting myself because I've done it. I've done the work, you know. And so, look, man, life is full of challenges. It's full of some will say failures, but those are lessons. As long as you keep pushing and know that nothing is handed to you, there are no participation trophies in the real life, you'll be all right. You'll not be in your feelings. You'll recognize how to handle situations that may seem difficult, but not impossible. And you'll keep growing, man. You keep growing. But this right here, I seen this clip and I just thought it was something good, you know, something great to share with you guys, because I know a lot of people always say, oh man, you dance and you selling out. Well, you selling out by acting like an idiot. You selling out by wanting to create beefs with people that look like you just because you can, just because you could be a fool. You're selling out. You're talking all this shit about what somebody else is doing to you, but you're not trying to help the situation by asserting yourself on people you think you could dominate for no reason. So call it what you want. I've been there. I was one of those youngsters that was doing stupid shit, but accountability is everything, man. You got to be accountable for your actions, and you will be held accountable in some form or fashion. So, you put in the work, you set goals for yourself, surround yourself around great people, have intelligent conversation, stay motivated. Some days you'll feel a little down, some days you feel a little up, some days it'll be just whatever, but that's life, man. Life comes in different waves, but just know that you keep striving and things will work out, man. Have faith in God and be strong in your convictions. There'll be a lot of things thrown at you, man, to try to challenge your foundation, your morals, your beliefs, and you gotta just, have something to fall back on. So hopefully you have a strong foundation that will help you stand tall when being challenged. But there's no excuses, man. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And these people that try to sell you this bullshit concept that you need them, that they somehow control your destiny, man, look, get away from those people too. Or the people who say you can't do something and they want you to be in the same boat as them, get away from them. Find you some people, man, and you might feel like you're the oddball. You might think those people that you're trying to get around with are cornballs, nerds, whatever, man, but look, nerds are winning, the squares are winning, the people that are considered cornballs are winning, they're living a great life, and yeah, money doesn't erase all your problems, but it gives you more opportunity in case you do get caught up with some problems. It gives you options. You're broke, you have no options. Your options are very limited. You have some, but they're few and far between. You have money, you can basically up and go and find different opportunities which will benefit you and your family. So stay shining, man. This is the right kind of parenting I like to see. Praising your kid, giving them props when they've actually accomplished something, not just giving them a pat on the back for showing up. That's not enough. And if you raise a failure, your kid's gonna be a loser, straight up. You want to raise a failure, invest in quality education as far as what's required to win in life, give them the real game, and man, watch their friends, man. Keep them away from people who aren't doing shit. One of the biggest things I would like to say as far as knowing who your kids are around, go to their houses and meet their parents of the kids your kids are hanging around with. Meet their parents, man. Find out what they do. Because if your kid's spending a lot of time with those kids, their parents, it'll tell you a lot about what your kids' beliefs are going to be based on, because kids are influenced a lot more by their friends because they're around their friends a lot at school. A lot of times they're hanging out at kids' houses after school, unless they're hanging out at your home, and kids are just influenced by the streets, man. And you got to overcome the streets and be more influential and more of an impression on their lives than all the other avenues out there, social media, society, the brainwash bullshit, man. Because I want y'all to win. I believe in y'all, and like I said, when I see another person that looks like me at an event, I ain't mad, dog, and I'm like giving you props. And it's not like I said, I'm trying to single out black people, because I have a lot of fans that aren't black, but a lot of emphasis is placed on the black culture with a lot of the ratchet bullshit, and not everybody's like that. Not everybody's ratchet, not everybody's out here, running up in stores or acting ignorant or no mannerism. No, there's not everybody like that. That's just, like I said, and they put that out there, and other cultures see that and they think, oh my God, everybody black is they're so thugged out, or they're so street, or they're so this, or they're so that, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, no, you just seen that on social media because they want that to be the narrative, and it's not the narrative with all of black culture. And we're not sitting here crying. We're not looking for some handout by some person who says they can do for us because we need their help. We're so weak that we need them to give us a boost so we can get ahead. Shit, shut that shit up. Suck a move. You know, that's that old pity pat move to get you to feel dependent. I don't need your motherfucking ass. Go out here and get it, man. Be about yours. Doesn't matter what your race or culture is. I've been around a lot of different people, and sell yourself, man. Sell yourself and believe in yourself. And the ones who look like you, who are selling that bullshit, they're the real problem. Because they protest and march and talk shit about everything else. But they don't call out the bullshit. They don't call out black excellence. They don't call out the black on black violence. They don't call out the lack of education. You got states like Washington talking about math as racist. Whoever said that, they are cold racists. Whoever put that in the books, who said that these kids, that math is racist, they telling you they think very low of black people. They look at black people as being dumb as shit. When they put that out there, when those people, and it's usually, I'm gonna be straight up, white liberal women that say that put that in the books, that say stuff like that. Oh, these kids, they need to just, get pushed through because they can't, they're not able to do the same work. That's bullshit. I went to school with some guys from the projects, very smart. That's bullshit. And so when they try to sell you that bullshit, know that it's some straight bullshit, and they want you to feel like you're incompetent or that you're dependent. And these are the same people that are trying to divide us, straight up. So don't feel like you can't get it done. And if you ain't getting a good grade, you're not accomplishing whatever the standards are, you got to study more. Plain and simple, man. Ain't nobody got lower shit for you. Study harder. Study harder, man. Pick your grades up. Push yourself. Do your research. You get on your smartphone right now, you can write a whole essay using ChatGPT and then go through and edit it. It ain't, you guys got it made, man. There's no excuses. For you guys who are failing, you failing because you're just plain lazy and you're trying to get likes and follows. The game is bigger than a like and a follow, man. Subscribe, share the channel. BigHerc916. You know how we do it over here. I didn't start off as a bad kid. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gangbanging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.